But I do want to, at the outset, say a heartfelt thank you to the Atlantic Council, because they have been tremendous partners, not just to our mission here in the UAE, but really across the board, around the world. And they have been partners on some truly pivotal initiatives, such as this one. And I'll say a few words about that later. But Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a number of gentlemen in the audience, which certainly is very critical when we're discussing this issue. So I will say that I am not just honored, but thrilled to be joining you this afternoon to recognize and empower the next generation of women trailblazers. And you will get to hear a little bit about them later on. But I think it's really fitting to do so here at the Abu Dhabi Finance Week, because this week, of course, we focused on what is driving the global economy, what are some of the key trends that our policymakers should be thinking about. But for me and for our mission, it is also a week that caps a truly historic and momentous year in US-UAE relations. And over the past year, our two countries have worked to strengthen our strategic partnership and really orient it towards success in the decades to come. And I think all of you noticed that one of the core themes of the Finance Week this year was on the very rapidly evolving geopolitical and geoeconomic context in which we all operate and in which we all cooperate, but also in which we all compete. And success in this very dynamic environment requires partnerships, and this is something that the United States is very much committed to. And these partnerships, of course, help countries navigate the complexities of this geopolitical and geoeconomic, very fluid environment, but also to help us mobilize our shared resources and orient us towards the key opportunities, but also challenges ahead. And I would say the US-UAE partnership is very much the perfect example of such a partnership that is required at this pivotal moment. I think all of you know that in September, we had the great pleasure and honor to welcome to the United States His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. And he was the first sitting UAE president to visit the White House. And in his meeting with President Biden, the two really came to what I would say almost 100% alignment on some of the key opportunities ahead of us. And the two leaders, when they sat down together, charted a very ambitious path for our bilateral partnership. And in their joint statement, I will just share with you a brief quote. They said, the United States and the United Arab Emirates are both entrepreneurial nations joined together by a relentless focus on the future. Our aspirations are rooted in a common resolve to pursue innovative partnerships in new fields, including AI, food security, infrastructure investment, and supply chain resilience. So together, our two countries are working together, we're innovating, and we're building the sectors that will be driving the 21st century economy. And as you just heard, that includes AI and frontier technology of every sort, space economy, cybersecurity, health and life sciences, and of course, sustainable, reliable, clean sources of energy to power all of these different sectors and efforts. What is also required, and this is something that has been a priority, is ensuring that our two countries have a skilled, well-prepared workforce to participate and achieve success in this 21st century economy. And therefore, our bilateral priorities have very much included training, education, and women's empowerment. And here is where I get to our cooperation with the Atlantic Council. It has been absolutely one of our core priorities to empower women in finance and entrepreneurship, because that type of effort has demonstrated time and again that we can help unlock new opportunities, create thriving businesses, and as Amelia mentioned, create prosperity in our economies and societies. We recognize that women's economic empowerment is not just nice to do. It's not something that we should just talk about in conferences. It is very much something that we must do. And this is why we are supporting the Atlantic Council's Women Innovator or WIN fellowships, and this is in collaboration with Georgetown's McDonough Business School. And I will tell you, and I think I mentioned to some of you as I was walking in, this is an initiative and a program that is very much near and dear to my heart, because I was privileged to help launch this program in Saudi Arabia some 3 years ago. And it was even better to watch it grow and succeed. And it has now expanded to not just UAE, but also Bahrain and Jordan. And it's programs such as WIN that provide women entrepreneurs with the training, the skills, the capacity building, digital and financial tools, mentorship, and resources in general that help them access stores of knowledge that they would otherwise not be able to reach. And this is something, again, that we have found to be true time and again through programs such as WIN. And since 2020, the State Department has also supported a program called Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, or AWE, and this is, again, a program that has been incredibly successful here in the UAE, and we are very proud of this collaboration with NYU Abu Dhabi and with START AD. And we showcased these programs and others at a recent summit. This took place in September. We brought together women entrepreneurs and alumna from 14 different countries across the region and Central Asia. And we took them to Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, and Dubai. But more importantly, we exposed them to all of the tools and resources and knowledge that we could share with them in the 3 days that they were with us. And most importantly, I would say, and this is something that we heard from all of the participants, or most important to them, were their ability to engage with prior alumna and alumni of our programs. These were women that had graduated but really made the journey of entrepreneurs towards success. And they were so generous with their time and with their knowledge, and really shared with our participants in this summit everything that they could to help encourage them and help support them in these initial stages of their efforts. And I just want to highlight a few of these women that have, as I said, made the journey and achieved success, because they are really terrific. We had with us WIN alumna Lara Hussein from Waste Lab. This is somebody who is an innovator and visionary, and her technology was profiled at COP28 in Dubai last year. We had with us also AWE alumna, Marcela Sancho, the founder of House of Pops. And those of you who have not had her popsicles, you should go out and get some, because they're delicious, and they are taking over the Middle East, as Bloomberg recently wrote. We also had with us our youngest WIN alumna, Aldabi Al-Mehri. Some of you may have seen her profiled recently in the media. This young lady is just tremendous. She's a Guinness World Book record holder and a youngest Emirati publisher. Another success story was from our INJAS training program. It was an all-female grade 12 student company called Limitless, and they are working with AI-based applications to help students with special needs. And finally, we had all alumna Hadil Al-Khati, founder of Broth Lab. I think she's joining us today. Is she here? No? Okay, too bad, because she's a really tremendous advocate for women entrepreneurs and incredibly successful. Again, somebody who started small but now is expanding not just to other countries in the region, but also to the United States. So these are a few of the women trailblazers that we helped, as I said, in those initial stages. They're visionaries, and we were so proud to work with them. They are really just absolutely magnificent. And we're looking to do much more with all of you. We're looking always for great ideas so that we can expand the reach of our programs, create new programs. So please do stay in touch with us. Let us know how it's going. In February, for example, we will be sponsoring, during UAE's Innovation Month, we will be sponsoring the first ever US Pavilion and at the Sharjah Entrepreneurship Festival. We're really looking forward to that. Again, just to engage with more sort of budding tycoons and entrepreneurs and helping them along the way. So thank you very much for participating today, and thank you for all that you are doing to help women entrepreneurs, help women businesses, and help the US-UAE partnership, which is built, as always, not by diplomats like me, but by people like you who are working every single day to create the partnerships, relationships, and friendships that drive forward this really historic relationship. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. Should women be appointed to executive management roles and boards? Are we good enough? Do quotas truly solve the problems of gender disparity? Or do they risk undermining the principle of meritocracy? Consistently, studies show that diverse leadership teams deliver better financial performance, innovation, and decision-making. Yet while significant progress has been made in increasing women presence in leadership across various industries, the finance sector remains a notable exception. I still find it a bit masculine after so many years. According to Gender Equality Attitude Study issued by the United Nations Women, there's still a persistent social bias and belief that women don't do finance enough. Do you believe that? I'm delighted we're here today to challenge that outdated notion and to ask, what's holding us back? There is a significant gap between the policies designed by policymakers, governments, to promote women's representation on executive corporate roles, and the realities on the ground. While intentions, with no doubt, are commendable, the mechanisms needed to make these policies tangible are often lacking. This includes challenges in training potential candidates, identifying and nominating them for leadership roles, and making them visible in the executive sphere. To bridge this gap, we must acknowledge that women are competent and capable. We are competent and capable of ascending to leadership roles based on meritocracy and not quotas. It's 2024. It's no longer 1995. So women bring adaptive leadership style, excelling in navigating complex challenges with resilience, empathy, and innovative problem solving. Merit should always guide these decisions, but creating the right environment for women to showcase their abilities is essential. To achieve this, we must address critical barriers to women's advancement, especially in the finance sector. These include, in my view, in my humble view, first, tackling unconscious bias, stereotypes, and many other forms which are embedded within the organizational structure. Secondly, actively promoting and sponsorship opportunities to provide women with the guidance and advocacy they need. And thirdly, creating more flexible and inclusive working environment to accommodate diverse needs and aspirations. As a senior Emirati executive, I'm incredibly proud to be part of a nation that leads the way in supporting women empowerment. Ranked the first in the MENA region, 30th globally by the World Economic Forum, the UAE demonstrates its commitment to female leadership, with women comprising 50% of the federal cabinet in UAE. It's an evidence to its dedication to gender parity at the highest level. I'm equally proud to be part of Mubadala as an institution. It's one of the leading investment sovereign wealth funds of Abu Dhabi government, where we champion diversity and inclusion by actively advancing women's careers in traditionally male-dominated sectors, such as aerospace, heavy industries, energy, and many more. For example, Emirates Global Aluminium, which is a joint venture between Abu Dhabi and Dubai governments, broke barriers with women in key roles. While Strata, for example, another subsidiary of Mubadala that sits outside Abu Dhabi in Al Ain, working on advanced material manufacturing, aerospace, and aviation, had broke a record. It has 80% of their workforce females. I was astonished when I paid a visit to Strata. And Al Ain is my hometown when I was born. I was really exceptionally impressed with women, not just only working behind desktops, no, really qualified engineers, technicians on the ground, working with their own hands on day and night shifts, so we can have the smoothest experience in flying or an aircraft. So well done for them, really. I was very impressed. Masdar also is another example. It's an enabler for energy transition, and it has been empowering women to shape the future of renewable energy. We also play a pivotal role in exporting talents to another UAE-based entities. Esteemed leaders such as their excellencies, Sara Msallam, Noor Al-Ka'bi, Mira Swedi, Amal Al-Jabri, they all began their professional journeys at Mubadala. These women have gone to make significant contributions to the UAE development, further showcasing Mubadala's commitment to fostering female talent. In the UAE, I'm very optimistic. Not just about the future of women in finance, but the future of all of us living in this fantastic, beautiful, safe, forward-looking country with really blessed leadership to believe in us and to believe in the future of this country and the world, and the goodness of the world. A positive shift is underway, and I'm confident that this momentum will continue to grow. Mubadala is standing at the heart of the capital, Abu Dhabi, plays an important role in this progress. Abu Dhabi, with its bold ambitions, create opportunities for women to lead futuristic sectors and emerging trends, such as artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, life sciences, energy transition, and many more. We don't only drive these sectors, but we ensure that women are on the front line of its progress by equipping them to navigate black swans with high-impact events that reshape industries and societies. Women have been very empowered to act with confidence and resilience. And as an example of this, mentioned earlier, I am privileged to be serving on Mubadala's group investment committee, where I contribute to critical decision-making processes alongside other remarkable women. This reflects our decision and dedication to enabling women to excel at the highest levels of strategic influence. The UAE's model in women empowerment has become a blueprint of success, inspiring foreign corporations to adopt it. Today, many of these organizations are led by exceptional female leaders, further proving the power of this Emirati model. And now, if there is one message I hope to leave you with, I would say women in the UAE had achieved so much and crossed so many miles. Then we must continue this journey. And let's work together to melt barriers and empower the next generation of female leaders. Thank you for your time and for your attention. I hope today's discussion inspires meaningful actions for all of us. Thank you again.